Alright, so you peel this back a little bit if you want. This stuff's nasty. Unplug this guy. Grab your Phillips. See these 3 guys right here? 1, 2, and 3. Wow. Usually they're not that loose. Wow, real loose. Pull that out. Pull that out. Pull that out. Then go ahead and remove this guy. Now, this log actuator, you just push right here. It's out of your way. Don't pull it out, just push it out of the way. Now, you look through that hole. Your Subaru should have one of these in there if you got roof racks on there. There's a T30 in there all the way to the very end. If you loosen that, don't worry about the bolt won't fall out. But if you loosen it and just keep turning, it's on loose. This guy come out. This is what that T30 loosens. Don't damage the paint, but you take your pick and just give it a little bit of a... It's on there with the clip. Yeah, see? That bolt, the bolt that goes in there, there's the bolt right there. See it? From the inside, the T30 bolt loosens that. Once that's loosened, this handle just slide this way and out. Watch. It just pops right out. Sometimes this will stay in there. Sometimes they'll come out with it. Don't lose that, because that makes the handle sturdier. And that's how you take the door handle off. And then you can take these guys off. These little plastic black things. You pull these off. They just peel off. And the painter will paint the door. And then we'll put the handle back in. Handle goes back in very simple. Go back in with this first. And this. And like that. And then just slide it back in this way. There's only one way to go in. It'll make sense once you're doing it. And then if you want to test to make sure it's actually functioning, just make sure if you pull this way, it'll pop right back out. See that? So make sure your handle goes back in. This guy, he's got the little ears that hold it, so you can just put this thing back in. And tighten that T30. Now here's the trickiest part of it all. You gotta come in here. Alright, you see this guy right here? This is what the handle works off of. You pull the handle on the outside. See, this thing moves. The door latch has this type of a rod on this thing that goes in there. Every time you pull the handle, it pushes that down. As you can see, I'm doing it with my screwdriver. See this little hole? You pull down, and that's how it functions. So, putting this lock actuator back up, you gotta make sure that plug this back in the hole so I can show you guys. Back there, oh, see, it's not in this spot. You got to get in here and feel it, but there's a little pin. And to make sure that that little white thing sits over the pin, so when you go and open and close the door, it functions. You don't put it back together, put the door panel back on. You can be like, how come my door doesn't open? It's because you forgot to put the plastic thing over that pin. So Can you see in there? It's right here. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's right there. You can see how it's moving. Put that thing back in. Put these screws back in. They'll line up pretty, straight. Make sure these are tight, because from the factory they put Loctite on them. You don't have to. Just tighten it. You'll be all right. You want to put Loctite, put it on there. But if you have to replace it for some odd reason, you're gonna hate yourself. So that's tight. We got the inside tight. At this point, close the door and make sure it opens. Now we're gonna go back together.